Correct. This video we will be seeing something about Make in India program. Okay, I'll start by giving you some details about the happenings that were in vogue when Modi government took charge. That is way back in 2014. Companies weren't manufacturing in India, and they were heavily dependent on China, not only for outsourcing but also sometimes for manufacturing and for service sectors also. So our infrastructure was actually ailing, I could say, and logistics had become defunct because it's a kind of a vicious circle, right? Only when there is demand, there will be some supply. The industry started depending on China for all those things, and so what happened was the government also stopped responding to the needs of the industry. So lots of bureaucratic problems also were there, like red tapeism. And beyond that, lack of good transport networks was rampant, and widespread corruption was also a huge hindrance to the industry. So, when that was the case, Modi took over, and we had to talk about what we should do to make India a manufacturing hub. How to give thrust to the manufacturing sector in India was everybody kept wondering about it. How to make India as a hub of global manufacturing? What are the lacunae, and how could that be achieved, and how far you can go beyond those lacunae? What are the best practices that is available right through the world? All that people had to study. And what was the aim? It was to facilitate investment, to foster skill development, to enhance innovation, to protect intellectual property rights, and to build a class apart manufacturing infrastructure. So, what has been achieved now is by far, I would give you 2-3 points. The majorly, I will be speaking on the mindset change. See, earlier, those days when we started things, we always had felt, many of my friends had felt that the government is a kind of a hindrance, because government had always thought it had to play the role of a regulator. But nowadays, Modi government has changed that, and it's kind of playing the role of a facilitator. That's a welcome move, I would say. The government will partner with the industry in the economic development of the nation. That's a huge success. Efforts from central ministers, not only them, ministers from state governments, the staff, officers, industry leaders, technical and knowledge partners, all of them had come together to make this Make in India a great success. One thing which all of them kind of had a meet and discussed lots of things, and they came about with one thing, that is the PPP model, private public partnership model. So though that was in vogue earlier, the thrust is being given nowadays to that. So I would say three sectors have benefited heavily from this: railways, defense, and insurance. And in the medical sector, we have medical appliances or medical devices production. So FDI has poured in, and red tapes, in the place of red tapes and files, we have brought in IT applications and tracking processes. See, when IT comes into play, then we can say that it becomes transparent, and the things become not only easy, it becomes transparent. So what happens is no corruption. If there is transparency, there cannot be corruption. And beyond this, the change in the mindset, labor laws have been amended. So online IT filing, and increase in validity of industrial licenses, all that has helped us in this mindset change. New infrastructure also has come into place, great requirement for industrial this thing. Development means it intends to develop industrial hubs, industrial corridors, and technology. 4G communication is there, and smart cities are on the pipeline. Then we have worked out lots of things in network, logistics, industrial clusters, innovation, research and development activities, where it's a great boon, I would say. The academia and the people are from the industry are working together, and the PMKVY. That's one thing, Prime Minister Kaushal Vikas Yojana for skill development, that will that will have to kind of augment Make in India scheme. New sectors, 25 sectors have been classified, and they come under this automobile. For example, automobile and its components, aviation, biotech, and food, machinery, electrical machinery, pharma, ports, shipping, railways, renewable energy, space, textiles, garments, tourism, hospitality, wellness, thermal power, and so on, so on and so forth. Okay, technology acquisition and development fund has been created, and it's being proposed for the acquisition of appropriate technology, and also the patent pooling has been is being done for the domestic development of manufacturing equipments, for two things. One is to control pollution, and the another one is for reducing energy consumption. So that would help us in the larger motive of Modi of reducing the carbon footprints of India in the world. And policy-wise, 100% FDI permitted in 25 sectors, especially all the other 22 sectors. 3 more sectors are left behind. Number one is media with 26%, and investments from foreign for FDI, and defense 49% FDI, and space 74% FDI. Okay, aim of the campaign is to grow the GDP from 15% to 25%. Okay, the contribution of the manufacturing sector from 15% to 25%. So the logo, it's beautiful. It's been, it's kind of inspired by the Ashoka Chakra and the valiant, elegant lion. So it's Make in India. The campaign is dedicated by the Prime Minister on the own and only the patriot and philosopher of India, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya ji. So I think you would have had a brief understanding of Make in India. Let's meet in some other video on some other program of Modi. Radhe Radhe.